Okay, we are live. Fantastic. Right, so if I do that, so I'm just sorting out my screen so I can make sure that nothing goes hinky. So if OBS crashes, I'll see it. Oops. Okay, let's whack that in there like that. Oops. Damn. A bit bigger. Okay. Good, good, good. Right. Excellent. Greetings. Okay, so today's talk, the divination talk. So the what's, the how's, the whys of divination. But before this, before I get into that, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Although our numbers of people who are watching, who are subscribers, I'm just rolling a cigarette, is actually going up. So that's good news. But if you've just joined us and you haven't subscribed yet, click the notification bell and then click all. Otherwise, YouTube designates what videos you see, and we know that's a load of bullshit. So make sure you click all under the notification bell, okay? And if you liked this video, give it a massive thumbs up, yeah? And if you want to share it, you can share it out as well. That's all good. Also, just to let you know, we are also on BitChute and we are on Odyssey as well. We're on MeWe for alternative platforms, and we're also now on Telegram under the Great Work. I think that's a private group though, but the link, if it's not under the in the description, I will put it in the description. So if you're watching this on a replay, go and check us out on Telegram. Okay, so just looking at my notes. Divination. So a lot of people get a little bit, oh my god, it's practicing black magic. Oh, shut up. Seriously. Hello. Smurf wants to say hello. Would you like to speak? Speak into the microphone, Smurf. Speak. There you go. Are you done, little boy? He's a good boy. Smurfy has spoken. Yes, so divination. There is nothing. Well, it's like any tool, yeah. The tool itself isn't the thing that does the good or the bad stuff. It's the intent that behind the tool that does the good or the bad stuff. So divination is not, what some people think it is. I did actually look up there's actually a couple of really cool definitions of divination. But what I will say before I say that is, the work we do is in the realm of the occult, which includes witchcraft, it includes yoga, kundalini, it includes many, many things. There's many facets to the work we do as occultists. What the occult is, what it means, is hidden. Yeah, it's something that's hidden. So much like what we're seeing out there at the moment, it's a bit unknown. It's a bit of an unknown quantity, yeah. So when you are moving into the unknown, you are practicing the occult, if you like, because it's hidden. You don't know where it's going to take you, yeah. You don't know what is under that rock. So if you, and you can't know the answers, in a situation that has never come before, and it has no kind of no real history. Yeah, if you like, history is probably not the right word, but it's what I'm using. Even if you get an answer about it, is it going to be an answer that is malleable? Because everything out there at the moment is in flux. Everything. Especially now, because the veil is still thin. That's why we're doing this talk in honor of Lemuria, which is it's a Roman festival, which celebrates the thin veil at this present time. And we've got 3 more days of stuff. We're doing a talk. I'm doing a talk tomorrow at 3 p.m. on here on YouTube again. For our advanced witches, there is a dark moon working tomorrow. You off? Bye then. Thursday is a new moon ritual. If you're on our email list, you've already had all the things about that. I'm not sending out any more reminders, by the way. But you've already had the emails with all that. You can go to crystalsrockearth.weebly.com to the online events tab and just have a look on there. But our advanced witches, we're doing a dark moon working tomorrow, new moon on Wednesday. It's going to be a good one. It's all about expansion. And on Thursday, we're doing crystal readings, 8 p.m. on Zoom. So stick them in your calendar, yeah? So, divination. So, I really liked these 2 definitions, yeah? So, the practice of seeking knowledge of the unknown. So, the answers that you get could be malleable, but you don't know. The practice of seeking knowledge of the unknown by supernatural means. I love that. I love that. I was very taken with that word when I was a teenager, supernatural. It reached out to me and it went, like that. And I loved it. And I was scared of it at the same time because I was scared of everything back then. Anyway, also, determining hidden significances or causes of events, which links to something I'm going to talk about at the end, which is amazing. So yeah, that's what divination is. You're trying to, you are seeking something, whether that's knowledge, it could be guidance, whatever that is that you are, your intent behind it. Yeah. So that's the what. In regards to the how, that really is entirely up to you, yeah? Because there's no one way. There's no right or wrong way to do divination, yeah? In our Witchcraft 101, Witchcraft for the Curious Novice, we do briefly touch on that at the end of the course. And it's very much, divination. You can use anything. I'm just moving my tea. You can use anything for divination. Anything, literally anything. So I'll give you some examples, yeah? So, not last year, year before, yeah, 2019. We started seeing these, the big, thick elastic bands. We started seeing those, like, outside our front door, and outside of our gate. And we're like, okay, so that's interesting. So we started using it as a divination tool. We'd ask a question. If an elastic band appeared, we'd know that was, we'd set that. Is that going to be a right or a wrong answer? And it was like, okay, so this is guiding us now. Elastic bands were our divination tool, yeah? So you can use anything. Absolutely anything. Sorry?
And the road.
The road?
The road at the end of the marshes. When we get to the end of the marshes.
Oh, yeah, that's, I'm going to talk about that in this. Something else that you can use crystals for divination. If you have a bag, a cloth bag with crystals in, ask a question, pull out a crystal. We're doing crystal readings on Thursday, and that's basically what that is. The person who's having the reading chooses the crystals, and I give them a reading. So most people would use tarot for divination, or a crystal ball, for example, or a pendulum, or what are they called, ogham sticks. Yeah. I found those a little bit. I couldn't get on with them. The ogham sticks, that is. Love a pendulum. Absolutely love pendulum work. It's how I do the soul realignment stuff. I do using a pendulum. The koji. Yeah, heard of the koji? No? Go and look them up. Kogi. It's spelled other ways as well, but if you put that into the search engine. And they live in the, Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta Mountains. That's a bit of a mouthful. And they use water bubbles for divination. They will ask a question, and depending on how the bubbles move, determines how they then set their course and what they're doing. Yeah? So you can use anything. If you attribute a value to it and it resonates with you, then use it. Absolutely 100%. Runes are another one. What other things do I use? I use crystals, pendulums, tarot. I use a coin as well. For a simple yes or no answer, I have this really cool coin. I have no idea what it is. No idea. It's got interesting writing on the back of it. Do I know what it is? No. But if I want a simple yes or no answer, I'll use the coin. So you can use absolutely anything for divination, yeah? If it resonates with you, and you can just ask questions and see, what answers come to you, yeah? So the how is really up to you. How you do divination work is whatever works for you, whatever resonates with you. And I'm going to talk about something quite amazing that we found it through a video series called Helia. Yeah. Although I didn't know that I've probably got this word wrong. The psychiatrist, I'm not sure what he was, Young, or was he a philosopher? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Psychologist. He actually coined this particular phrase that I'm going to talk about at the end. Whether he was the first to coin it, I don't know. But it's a very cool word. But I'm going to talk about that at the end. So we've done the what, and we've done the how. So why? If you can't, because it's not a black and white thing, yeah. I'm not actually sure if you can ever really know the future. I don't know. I mean, I've had dreams where stuff has happened in the dream, and then it's happened in real life. Was I seeing the future? Maybe. Was I seeing a possible timeline? Yeah, probably. Timelines morph. They cross and they split, and you can jump timelines as well. And that's kind of what we're seeing now. We're seeing a massive timeline split, yeah. So whether you can see the absolute, you know, the this is going to be the future and that's it. I don't think so, because it's malleable. It changes, yeah. So even when you get a reading from someone, that's not set in stone. It never is, because you and your divine free will have the choice to make different decisions which will affect the outcome and create a different reality. Yeah? Okay. What you can get, and I've used it myself, is you can gain guidance, you know, support, because, you know, when you do a reading, it's like you feel supported by the universe, by your deities, you know, whatever that is, yeah. So you can get the guidance and the support from doing divination in whichever way you want to do it. Sometimes if you ask a question, you might not necessarily get the answer straight away either. So you have to make sure you're listening. You have to make sure that you're open to, you know, any answers that you might actually get. Yeah, because this stuff doesn't always come straight away. It might come in a download, you know, a couple of days later. It might come when you're stirring your dinner on the stove. It might come when you're sitting on the toilet. It might come when you're out for a walk in nature. You don't know when that answer's going to come if it doesn't come straight away, yeah? And even if you get the answer straight away, there might be extra bits they tag on the end. So, you know, keep that channel open, so to speak. And these downloads, they for me, I always know when it's a download and not my own mind. It's because it's like a knowing. It's like you feel it in your bones. Yeah, it's a knowing. And all that is, it's actually a remembering. It's something that's woken up in your DNA. So I'm just reading my notes. And it's usually related to the inner work. It usually corresponds to the internal world, as opposed to the external. I'm not saying that you know, when those downloads come, it's not something that to do with the external world, because sometimes it is. But if it's a knowing, generally, you know, it's in here. It's in here with my Batman t-shirt today. Always be a Batman, yeah. I do believe it's if it's a timeline that resonates. If you get a reading or you receive a download and it's a timeline that resonates with you, you know, you can consciously or unconsciously choose that. And then it manifests. So you think, oh, I saw the future. Yes, you saw a possible future, but it resonated. So you moved into that timeline, that frequency, because it's always a frequency, remember? Because you are always in control. You are steering the boat. No one else is. Yeah? Okay. You are in control always. All right? So, question. Why would you do divination work if it's not, you know, a yes or no answer? If it's not a this is the answer and that's it. Well, it's fun for a start. It's kind of nice. I find it is, you know, if you're giving people a little bit of a glimmer of light, then that's worth doing, isn't it? For me, it is anyway. So, for example, and I did this myself a couple of years ago. So we were in a situation. We did not know what the outcome was going to be. We'd done the magic on it, but we didn't know what the outcome was going to be because it was in that malleable state, yeah? So I think that year I pulled more cards than I ever had done. I had more readings from other people than I had done before. Um, so that situation we were in, we were not sure what the outcome was going to be. You know, we didn't know how it was going to go. And there was kind of, when you're in it, when you're buried in it like that, it's really hard to see the light shining on the path, so to speak. It all turned out okay in the end. And in fact, I think I even had, I think I did actually. I had mediumship messages as well at that particular time. So that's another kind of, would you call it divination? I probably would, because it falls under the umbrella of, you know, seeking knowledge of the unknown, or trying to determine, you know, something that's hidden. Yeah. So, you know, I'd put that under the same thing as well. I don't know if Ian would agree. But it's all divination as far as I'm concerned. So whether you're channeling something, there are no rules. Absolutely. Ian's writing his book at the moment. That's what he's doing over there. In case you're wondering what the tippy tapping noises are, that's Ian on his laptop. Also, you might just want some clarification. You might just want a little bit of clarity that you're on the right path. Yeah? Yeah, if I stay on this path, am I going to be, you know, like moving towards, you know, what it is that I want to manifest, for example? You know, am I on the right track? So there are, you know, there are different reasons why you would do divination work. But always, when your divination tool speaks, make sure you're ready to listen. Yeah. And what I would say as well, you know, you can do readings for yourself, because I see this question quite a lot, actually. You know, can I buy my own tarot deck? Well, of course you can. Who told you couldn't? And you can absolutely do readings for yourself. The only thing I would say is try and keep that emotional attachment out of it, because you will affect the outcome otherwise. So you get what you want to hear rather than, you know, some constructive guidance. Yeah. That's why I think pendulums are really good. And if you set yourself up some questions to ask, and you can do that if someone's channeling for you as well. You can actually ask questions. I do that sometimes with Ian. He'll be channeling and I'll be asking the questions and getting the answers. So absolutely ask questions. Use your, obviously if you're using a pendulum, it would be yes, no, or maybe. That might be a maybe in there. And there are ways that you can actually program your tools as well. So in the, have I put it up there yet? I haven't put it up there yet. But there are ways that you can program your pendulum or your tarot cards for the optimal kind of accuracy. Yeah. They'll be going up on Telegram and in MeWe in probably the next week or so. But you can certainly program your pendulum specifically, to access your higher self, which is where you're going to get the answers from, by the way. So this thing I was going to talk about, this amazing word, synchromysticism. What's that? I might have talked about this before on this channel. I can't remember. I know I've spoken about it to various different people, and it is an amazing amazing way of kind of doing divination on the fly, but you have to be eyes wide open, yeah, to those small or big synchronicities, yeah, that then lead to the next bit of your journey, yeah. And that all came about through this series called Helia. It's on YouTube. Go and look it up. There's three series, yeah. And what is really amazing, yeah, is we watched that at it was around, I think it was about April last year. And when we were watching it, it's like every episode we're like, oh my God. And then things started happening like in our reality, and we're like, oh my God. So if you watch Helia, be prepared for stuff to start happening. Yeah. But what was really amazing about it is when we actually, with hindsight, we looked back at the journey that we've taken with Sekhmet, and what we realised is that journey, it is amazing when you start connecting the dots, yeah, of a particular part of your journey. You can see very clearly the path you've taken, yeah, and sometimes it's a bit windy, sometimes it's quite direct. I don't think it's ever one or the other, it's a mixture. But once we kind of got into the synchro mysticism part of it, that accelerated. It was quite phenomenal, actually. And we use it now. We use it on the marshes when we walk every morning. And we're really playing with that. And I think I briefly spoke about the bit of magic I'm doing with the button pushers, which is very cool. Go back and look at that video. That was maybe about 3 weeks ago I posted that, something like that. So yeah, synchro mysticism, definitely worth investigating. Absolutely. Right, so I've been live for nearly half an hour, so I don't know if we've got anyone joined us today. We've got no questions, so I don't know if any of you watching have got any questions. If there are no questions, I'm going to wrap this up. So I'm going to, in case anyone has got any questions, I'm just going to witter on for another, lost my timer, another couple of minutes. So just want to talk to you briefly about our Advanced Witchcraft course. So I think in the description there's actually a free self-assessment PDF that you can fill out, or that you can look at. At the very least you can look at it, which will kind of help you to shine a light on toxic habits that might be actually preventing you from fully stepping into your amazingness as a magical being, yeah? Because we are magical beings. You know that, don't you? Well, I hope you do anyway. If you don't, then why the fuck are you listening to me? So our Advanced Witchcraft course is like a guide to this whole, the great work, basically. How you unravel the stuff that is holding you back, so you can then step into your most magnificent, amazing, powerful, potent, witchy self, yeah? So we're a guide, if you like. So there's also the landing page link in the description below. You can go and have a look at that. We do also do a Witchcraft 101 for the Witchcraft for the Curious Novice. I think the link for that and the page is underneath as well. And people love our courses. They love what we do. We're also on MeWe and Telegram. They're the main places where I tend to, apart from here and the other video platforms, where I tend to be. We do have another free offer as well. It's the Sekhmet Healing Meditations, which we kind of adapted from the Nikki Scully book. What we did is we took those meditations and we just made them immersive experiences, so you don't have to read them from the book, which could be a little bit distracting. So that's what they are. So you can sign up for those. It's a free thing, and we have a support group on MeWe for that, and we also do a Sekhmet circle once a month as well. Other news, we have some events. Let me just go and grab those. Crystals Rock, our Crystals Rock website. crystalsrockearth.weebly.com. Where's the doodle? Hang on, bear with me a minute. Right, online events. So we have... So if you go to crystalsrockearth.weebly.com and then go to the online events page, healing circle dates. So we have our monthly healing circle. The last one was amazing. The next one's going to be a drum circle, which is going to be amazing. So that's on, the next one is on May the 31st at 6 p.m. UK time. All UK time, because we're in the UK, obviously. Other magical events. So, so tomorrow we got a talk on here on YouTube about the dark moon workings. Again, what, how, and why? Because tomorrow is a dark moon. For our advanced witches, we've got the dark moon ritual in the evening. Wednesday is the new moon workings, which is all about expansion. That's at 6:30 p.m. and that's on Zoom. So if you go to the page on Crystals Rock, all the links are there. And then on Thursday, 8 p.m. on Zoom again, it's crystal readings. If you don't know what crystal readings are, there is a video that's on this channel. Go and have a look. And then on the 26th of May, we're doing full moon workings, 8 p.m. And we're gonna be honouring Fortuna, because I think it's the day before is Fortuna festival or feast of Fortuna. I can't remember. But because it's on a Tuesday, I think, maybe. It's on a fire day anyway. So it's Fortuna and fire, which is going to be quite interesting. And you can actually sign up for our newsletter and get those updates of our events straight into your inbox as well if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, it's there. Okay. So we're at 33 minutes. So I'm going to go. If you've got any questions, comment below. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you've liked this video and share it. If you're not subscribed, click the bell and then click all. Yeah, otherwise you won't see every time we post a video or go live. All right. So I'm going to go. Is there anything else I want to say? I don't think so. Nope, that's it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to say be fearless and stay witchy.